Right, hi friends, how you doing? Brownloaf here. Welcome to an episode of Dumb Luck. This is the series in which I take random decks through Arkham Horror the card game, and you are joining me at a very exciting moment because Roland is about to try and finish the Night of the Zealot. If you haven't seen any of the previous ones, click on the link and check out how he got on in the others. But the fact he's made it means that he's done a reasonable deal with this deck. This is the deck which had a ton of allies in it. Those allies have really carried him through. I did misplay Malison in the last game. Apart from spending half the time calling him Milan, I did also misplay him at one point. I didn't draw an extra card. I don't think it was enough to muck anything up too badly. But there we go. So I'm getting ready to upgrade. I've got 5 experience. So just to be clear, the cards I've already spent experience on are staying in the deck no matter what. Okay, so after I've done this, I won't then possibly lose them. They're staying. But also, if you remember, this deck had one of every upgrade option available in it. Now that I've got Brother Xavier, for this second upgrade, Brother Xavier, the second copy, is back in here. So I could get him again, just not on a single upgrade. I hope that makes sense. Does it make sense? I don't think it really matters, does it? Okay, what would I like to see? Charisma would be great. Like I said, I've got a ton of allies, so charisma would be really good. I do have 3 cultists left, so something to get me past them. I don't know the card pool well enough. There's got to be something in there that does that. Is there an upgraded Dynamite Blast? I don't know. Actually, have I got Dynamite Blast? Let me just quickly remind myself. Apologies for this. I thought I seemed to remember putting Dynamite Blast in. I haven't, no. So something that can get me past those cultists would be absolutely wonderful. Now, there is a strategy in the Devourer below, particularly when you're playing as Guardian, where you just find a nice place to hide, you tool up, you let the agendas tick away, and then you wait for Mordorf to appear. You don't have to worry about the cultists. He comes to you, and you just try and get him down before he gets you. I don't want to use that method unless I have to. So I might do 2 attempts at this. One attempt, I'll be going for it. I'll be going for the win, proper, trying to get past those guys at the main path. The other attempt, well, depending on how that goes, I may or may not do a sort of turtle method where I find a nice place to hide, sit around, just get myself ready, get my Ventura, get me upgraded emergency cash, get the guns out, and then just get myself armed to the teeth, and then let him come to me, and then spray him. But yeah, like I said, that's a last resort. I'm really keen to win it as Matt Newman intended. Anyway, here's my upgrades. I've got 5 experience. Like I said, quick cut. Let's see what we get. First card is, whoa! Now then, oh my goodness, the Armour of Ardennes. I have never played this card. That's becoming a bit of a catchphrase of mine. And general feeling is I don't believe this card is particularly highly regarded. When damage is assigned to Armour of Ardennes, exhaust Armour of Ardennes and cancel one of that damage. I mean, I'm all right for damage. That's the problem I've got here. I'm all right for damage. The body slot, I don't think I've got any competition for the body slot. I like the icons. That doesn't feel like a great use of 5 experience. Ugh. Well, look, no, come on. I'm glad to be playing it. I don't know the scenario that well, but I think most of the monsters in it deal damage and horror. So, I don't know. No, it feels like a poor upgrade. However, if it could just leave some of my good cards alone, I'll allow it. Let's see what we get. Please, this is the card coming out of my deck. What is it? Honestly, it's come out the sleeve. No! Oh, it's the guy who has carried me through this entire campaign, Dr. William Malison. He's been replaced by a ridiculously overpriced bit of armour. Okay, all right. Well, there we go. That's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So that card is going in. We're going to try our best at Devourer below. Come on, Roland. We've come this far, right back from that very first episode. You can do this. Stick around. Let's see how he gets on. Cheers, guys. Catch you in a minute. What, Milan? All right, generic laboratory assistant. How's it going? Good week? Not so bad as it happens. Fancy going down the pub for a drink? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, should we see if Malison wants to come out? What, Dr. William T working on something big, Mamison? Yeah, all right, go on, let's give him a shout. Oi, Bill! Bill! All right, guys, fancy coming down for a drink? Yeah, I do, as it happens. Oh, really? Yeah, I've just finished my big project. Oh, can we see what it is? Yeah, all right, give us a minute. Okay, here it is. You're an idiot. Right, that's it. No more complaining, no more excuses, no more pointing out things like the very next card on the upgrade deck was actually the Key of East, which would have been incredible upgrade. It is down to business, and what a journey we have been on with Roland Banks, and here we are at the climax. So, quick word about the Armour of Ardennes. I've given it a lot of thought, and I'm afraid to say I think my first reaction was probably the correct one. It's not doing much here. As it is, Roland starts with 1 trauma because of cover up. So he's already got, what is it, 5 more health than sanity. So he'd have to take 6 more health and 6 more damage than horror for actually damage to be a thing to be concerned about. Add on the 4 that you get from the Armour of Ardennes, and you just realised it's so over the top. I did wonder if it comboed with Solemn Vow. I'm not entirely sure because Solemn Vow says move, and the Armours talks about assigning damage. I looked online, and it doesn't seem. There's one place where it says you definitely can't. There's one place that seems to suggest you can. I don't know, and frankly, it's irrelevant, isn't it? Because I'm playing solo. But there we go. We'll talk about that card. Maybe after the game. It has got a couple of nice icons. Plus, it does occur to me that there are a couple of enemies that just do a single pip of damage. There is the standard Acolyte, your common and guarded Acolyte, and one of the 4 encounter decks you can shuffle in, the Shub-Niggurath one, has the goat spawn. Now, if the goat spawn hits you, he does 1 damage. If you kill him, he deals you 1 horror, which is awful for Roland. So, yeah, possibly, but let's be honest, it's just too expensive, isn't it? Anyway, here we go. This is the situation. Roland is he's got 1 trauma. We start off with 2 doom because 3 cultists got away, and also because we got to midnight, we unfortunately have to discard 2 cards after our starting hand. What would I like to see? Well, you know, before in the previous video, I said I might have 2 attempts at this. One where I sort of hide and wait for a Mordor to come to me. One where I go for it. I don't think I'm going to do that actually. After a bit of consideration, I think I'm just going to go for it, and the moment I realise it's not happening, assuming we reach that moment, you never know, I'll then start tooling up and getting ready, because the thing is, Mordor's got 10 health, which means even if I manage to get 5 bullets on my gun, I need to hit him 5 times. He hunts. To do that and not get hit twice is going to be challenging. Bearing in mind he readies after you hit him. So he readies at the end of the investigator phase. So anyway, here we go. Let's just go. Let's just see what happens. I've had an absolute blast with Roland, and I cannot help noticing that I have got 2 pieces of the puzzle in my hand immediately. Now then, do I start with Mr. Rook and then bring the Ventura in later? Where's my money? My money is on what's it called? Emergency cash level 3. There are counter cards that take cards out of my hand. But then again, if I play the Ventura first, well, I suppose if I play the Ventura and get the gun out, I can just get the bullets on there and then replace the Ventura with Mr. Rook. Maybe those are my cards. Maybe this is my opening hand. I quite like True Understanding, so I'll swap that. I have to discard 2 cards. That's why I'm getting rid of a card I like. And we've got First Watch, which is absolutely well, it's icons. We can't say cards are absolutely useless when we play Ultimatum of Chaos, but we can say they are pretty much useless. All right, here we go. I'm going to discard First Watch, and Surprising Find. Okay, here we go. I don't really want to play resource. So I think what I'll do is I'll play and then I'll get 1 resource and then I'll move just to see where I end up. All right, so here we go. First action, I'm playing Roland Special for 3 resources and I get 4 bullets on it. I'm going to get another resource so I can afford the Ventura next turn, and I'm going to move into this first Arkham Woods. Now, which locations we get could make all the difference. So this is very interesting because here I am, and I've got to pass an Intellect 3 test just to get out of here, and that could be hard enough on its own. So this might be where we are for the entire scenario. We'll see. Upkeep, blackjack. 1 resource, the 3rd Doom. We're already on 3 Doom, and there's Ancient Evils. We've advanced immediately. Blimey. They don't muck around, do they? Right. Okay, so in this agenda, what happens is I shuffle the encounter deck into the discard pile, other way around, and then discard cards until a monster appears. That monster will go into the main path with a Doom. Already, this is looking ridiculous. Here we go. It has to be a monster. Not all the enemies in this scenario are monsters, so we do have to pay attention to that. Acolyte is not a monster, for example. Wizard of Order, thankfully, is not a monster. These the guy who blew and ruined it last time for me. Ancient Evils. That. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. We have got the Cthulhu set, which is not good news. Okay, there we go. Ghoul Minion. That is probably the tamest of the lot. Okay, so he comes into play with a Doom. We're going to make a decision if we're going to do anything about him or whether we are just going to take the hiding strategy. Okay, unfortunately that is not our Mythos card either. We have got another Ghoul Minion. Okay, we now have no choice. Right, so I'm thinking I'll shoot this guy, get that clue for free, put the Ventura down, replace that bullet, and then stop and think. Okay, I think that seems reasonable, doesn't it? Okay, so first action, I am shooting. I'll save the blackjack. I won't commit it just yet. So I'll use a resource. A bullet. Now, it might be tempting not to do this, except for the fact that he's on +1 fight. So I'd be 4 on 3, which is not great. So I do need to use the gun, I think, and at least I can one-shot him. He says, this is 7 on 3. Come on, Roland, shoot. Beautiful. There we go. He did. I get the resource. I get the clue. Very nice. Second action, I'm playing the Ventura, who I will immediately tap to replace that bullet. Okay, I do need 5 bullets to kill a Mordorth. I've got an action left. I don't want to move into that Ghoul Minion's location. What do I want to do? I guess gain a resource, get ready to bring Rook into play. I want to be a bit careful with my card draw. I definitely don't want to draw cards on my last action because I've got chronophobia and my health, my sanity is absolutely precious as can be here. Upkeep. Here we go. What do we get? Brother Xavier. That is good. That's very good. That's a whole hit from a Mordorth. That's my 2 hits. This could work now. What do we got? Rotting Remains. Of course, it could now not work because Rotting Remains has appeared. Right. Am I bothering with Rook or not? I don't think I am. I think I'm going Brother X. So here we go. I'm committing Rook. I am 4 on... okay, I'm 4 on 3. I'm going to, at this action window, trigger Ventura and hope for something nice. That is not nice. That's 2 horror. If it was 1 horror, that'd be fine. It's 2 horror. Can I take a horror, or does it all go in the Ventura? If I put it all on the Ventura, I have got no. I've lost a bullet, haven't I? Okay, I think I'm going to have to take one of those myself. Okay, 1 on the Ventura, 1 on my good self. There is a location that heals horror. But yeah, that was quite a difficult choice actually, because I can now only sustain 1 hit. I can only sustain 1 hit from a Mordorth. Have I just made a mistake? I don't know. All right. Anyway, it's my turn. Obviously, it's my turn because I'm the only one playing. I don't really want to go in there and waste a bullet. I seem to be going into turtle mode almost beyond my control. I guess I could bring the blackjack in and blackjack him to death. That's my first action. I won't move in there because it will take 2 actions. I'll just get a couple of resources, get ready to get Brother X in. Second action, third action. Right, upkeep. Card. Surprisingly find. resource, doom, and what do we get? It's Mordor's Wrath. That is terrible, terrible news. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, right. Well, this is about taking cards and losing cards and dealing damage. Okay, I'm going to commit surprising find. So I'm 4 on 5. I am going to, at this point, trigger the Ventura, so I can lose the Ventura guilt-free. Okay, this is not great. Oh my, hang on, is that okay? Yes, it is. Look, I'm 4 on, I've lost by 1. I'll put one damage and 1 horror on the Ventura. You did your job beautifully. In fact, you have been great through this whole time. Well done. Okay, first action, play, get a resource. Second action, get Brother Xavier into play. He is in play. I suggest at this point I draw a card because if I hit that again, I've got problems. It's the Inquiring Mind. Nice. Okay, upkeep. Another surprising find. Okay, gain a resource, and the fourth doom is going on to play. And I got Frozen on Fear. That is horrible. I definitely need to be losing that. But it just means I can't move in and kill the Ghoul minion. I cannot waste a bullet on him. I can't blackjack him twice. I cannot take the horror he's going to deal me. I don't know. Okay, if I draw a card now and it's Favour, I can still get rid of it. So first action, draw a card. God, dog. All right, it's gain a couple of resources. I mean, I still have to get out of here, even before I start worrying about what I can do. But I'm now testing willpower. I'm 4 thanks to Brother X. I'll put that in to go 5 because I cannot have Frozen in Fear in play. I just can't have it. Skull, -1. Beautiful, it's gone. Oh, I like that. I like that. It's good. Now, encounter deck. If you could not do that thing where you give me 2 Frozen in Fear in a row, that would be brilliant. The Doom is advancing. I have not got a chance of getting these clues. There is no chance of me stopping the ritual. It's time to fight. We're fighting a Mordor, aren't we? So this is where I have to do a willpower 6 check, which I will obviously fail. Yes, by 4. That was -2, and then I have to add a madness to my hand. And what I really want is one of those 3 Return to Carcosa madnesses that just affect your experience, because experience doesn't matter. And there it is. Excellent. It's just in case you were curious, this is the one where you have to deal an extra damage to an enemy. All right, nice. Okay. Doom is advanced. Enemies are now slightly weaker, but I do draw a card, and it is Dissonant Voices. Okay, that's all right. Let's think about this. Move, hit. I should be able to do that with my blackjack. I'll be 5 on 3. I quite like that. Then I'm searching for somewhere where I can go and heal my horror, find a location with a clue, and then we're good to go. I do have to get out of here, though, and that is not easy. Okay, first action move. I will commit the Prepare for the Worst, so I'm 4 on 3. Skulls are on my side. But the Chaos Bag is not, and that's a -2, which means I cannot move this turn. Okay, I can't stay here forever because I need to get to a location with a clue. Oh, I'm gonna have to start drawing cards and hope I don't hit Chronophobia. Cover up, that's fine. Don't mind that. Cover up is fine. And next card is, okay, Manual Dexterity. There might be a situation where I evasion. I evade a Mordor. I've now got 5 icons if there's a clue at my location. That's not too bad. Upkeep. Esoteric Atlas. Ooh. Okay, what am I doing? Get a resource. I've got money. No lack of money. Here's the Doom. Let's see what we get. It's another Ghoul minion. Oh, that sucks. So I am just going to be spending this whole turn blackjacking this Ghoul minion. That's fine. That's gone. Here we go. First action. I'm 5 on 2. Oh, if only there was an ally who could drop clues on locations. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Oh dear. I said I wasn't going to mention it again. I apologise. I won't. Okay. First action hits. Second attack, I'm 5 on 2. That hits as well. He is dead. There's no clues to discover, so I can't take a clue off cover up. I've got an action left. Let's play the Esoteric Atlas. No, because I haven't got enough hands for that. Oh, what would I give for charisma? Hang on a minute. How does this work? When you deal damage to an enemy in excess of its remaining health. Oh, okay, fine. Maybe I'll get Mordor for that. You never know. I've got one action left. Do I draw a card? Let's draw a card. Solemn Vow. A couple of willpower icons. That might come in handy. Okay, upkeep. There's the armour, and I can put it into play. Oh, I might just do that for comedy value. We'll see. Gain a resource. Second Doom. Time is ticking. This is going incredibly fast, and there's an Acolyte. That's another turn lost. All right. Well, I'll chuck him there. Right. I need to pass this. I need to pass this intellect test, but I haven't got any intellect icons. I'm 3 on 3. This is a disaster. This location is a nightmare. Trying to move into the Gould Minions location. I'm 3 on 3. Come on. -2. It's not happening. God, I've got to get out of here. I'm going to have to go for it, aren't I? Time is just ticking away far too quickly. Second action, second try. Not happening. -1. Third action, I'm drawing a card. I'm not missing anything, am I? I'm not being an idiot. No, I'm not being an idiot. Let's just check. When you move out of this location, test intellect 3. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. Wow. Okay, so it's third action, draw a card. Daring can't be used for that test, but can be used to help me evade a Mordor. Okay, upkeep. Beat Cop, he's not helping. Uh-oh. Resource, time is ticking now. I'm about to run out of time. I've got a major issue. Young Deep One. That is not good news. Okay, let's take a moment and let's think. I need to get out of here now. I need to evade that guy. Is this guy a hunter? Oh, of course he is. After he engages you, take 1 horror. I think that's game, isn't it? I think now I can't possibly handle that. Right. Okay, what I'm picturing is the moment in Back to the Future where it all looks like it's going to end, and then Doc Brown takes 1 look up. I've got too many cards in my hand, and gets all determined, and then plugs the stuff in, and then starts skidding down, and it's the best bit ever of the greatest film. That's where I am. So that sort of music is playing. I think. Right. Okay. So I'm going to try to evade this guy with committing manual dexterity. I am holding on to daring. Let's do this. I'm 4 on 3. That's not really good enough, is it? Because I've now got 2 monsters in play. I'm going to have to use daring. Of course, if this misses, he attacks me. First action is evade. 5 on 3. -2. At last, we've passed the test. Second action. Oh, hang on. I draw a card for daring, don't I? Inspiring Presence. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to move out. I'm going to commit Inspiring Presence. So I am 1, 2, 3, 4 against 3, and it simply has to hit. It's -2. It hasn't hit. Oh no. Oh, okay. It was a brave attempt, but I feel like it's coming to an end. Third action. I'm just going to try and move and let that ghoul minion hit me. Here we go, and that's a -2. No. Okay. He wakes up. He does an attack. I gain a card, and it's Chronophobia. Okay. Cue the desperate music. Things have got very bad. We've got 5 doom. Enter the big guy. The Mordor is coming, and he is all kinds of annoyed. We didn't even get 2 of these locations into play. Oh dear, we don't shuffle. That's just what happens. And then it is Mythos card. Grasping Hands. Do I commit manual dexterity on the hope of getting a card that helps, or do I save the manual dexterity to evade this guy, move, shoot, and then I get a whack from the Mordor? Can't really do that. Very little options here. I'm taking it as it is. 2 on 3. Oh wow, 2 on 3. That is -2. Place 1 Doom on the nearest enemy. Well, I'll place a Doom on him, but Doom is no longer relevant. 2 damage. Okay, right. Wow. If anybody can see a way out of this predicament, I'm all ears. But essentially, I have been completely ruined by that location. And do you know what? If I hadn't got the clue, I could have played Inquiring Mind. I wish I hadn't taken that clue. If I didn't take that clue, I could even stand a chance here. All right, we play. First action, we try evading. I know I've got Chronophobia. There's nothing I can do about that. And 4 on 3. Please. Elder Sign. Wow. Okay, so he's evaded. I draw a card, and it's Alice Luxley. She has got an intellect icon, I note. Let's try and move out. Second action, we're moving out. Quite what we're going to do when we get there, I have no idea. But we're committing Alice Luxley. Let's see what we get. That is a fail. I'm still stuck in this location. And Mordor's moving there next turn. It's not looking great. I wish I hadn't taken that clue. Oh god. Okay, 2 actions to go. I'm just going to kill this guy. I'm going to shoot him. 1, 2, 3, 4 against 3. Let's commit. Let's commit. What shall we commit? Let's commit the guard dog. So this puts me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 2 damage, -1, 2 damage, and then I'll hit him with the stick. That is 5 on. Do you know what I've forgotten? The young deep one gives me a horror every time he engages me. Okay, right, he is dead. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I should have taken a couple more horror than I've actually taken there. So let me put 1 on Brother X and 1 on myself. Okay, and then I'll take another horror for Chronophobia. Upkeep. Sorry, Mordor's moves there. Upkeep. No need to add the Doom. Get a resource. And what do we got? What remains? This is going to be it, isn't it? Going to commit Solemn Vow. To go 5 on 3. -2, it's passed. Have I got anything? Have I got any way to make this work? Don't think I have. I mean, I can't even leave this location. I am going to. There is no way to take that amount of horror that he's about to do to me, is there? I'm gonna get rid of my Chronophobia. I'm gonna put in the armor just so I can say I've played it. And that's it. The Mordor moves in. He attacks me. The horror knocks me out. But I tell you what, I'm gonna use the Armor of Ardennes and I'm gonna trigger it to save myself 1 damage. Okay, that's it. That's me knocked out. Brave attempt, Roland. I just wonder how different that game might have been if I hadn't picked up that clue. Okay, I'm tempted to do a turtle game. I'm tempted to do one where I just move into a location with a clue and stay there. Okay, that didn't work. Bear with me. We're going to have a take 2. And this time I'm just going to go into a location with a clue and just sit there and see if I can't win it that way. All right, let's see what happens. And we are back. So just to be clear, I have randomised the locations again. I've also randomised the extra encounter deck. So I'm going for sort of a secondary win here. And it does matter because Wendy's got Lita. So she's kind of got a secret ending as well. So I would say that if Roland can win it this way and Wendy does it with Lita, I think this is slightly better. So it's a slightly bigger win. But hey, if this goes right, it certainly has an asterisk by it. I played it. I got that clue. That's what I went for. That was my decision. Roland has not won. I just want to see if it's possible. Okay, so this is genuinely the only 2 times I've done this, the one you've just seen and this one right here. I'd love to see if it was possible. Let's not forget to put the 2 Doom on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if we can do it. We need everything to sort of come up in the right order here. There's the gun. B Cop's not a bad choice to start off with, actually, because it kind of means that I don't have to maybe use my bullets quite so early. So I'm wondering if I just don't mulligan at all. Although, actually, I want to start searching for stuff, don't I? I'm completely happy for Archaic Glyphs and First Watch to be on the discard pile. So I'm actually going to keep them as my 2 discard cards. To me, that makes sense, because I don't want to get a handful of vital pieces and have to discard 2 of them. So I discard Inquiring Mind, and I got Surprising Find, which just seems less and less surprising every time it pops up. That card hasn't really... I think it might have helped me out once in that second game, but there we go. All right, so I'm discarding the Archaic Glyphs and I'm discarding the First Watch. And here we go. So, fresh start. First action, I'm going to play the Special, which is 3 resources and gets me a bullet. Okay, where should we go? Let's go to the same place we went last time. And it's the same location. Right, what I want to do is I want to hunt around and I want to find a location, if it's here, where I can heal horror. So I'm going to try and leave here immediately. But I will not be picking up that clue. I'm not going to make that mistake again. So here we go. I'm going to try and leave. So this is 4 on 3. Oh, God. Please don't spend the whole game here again. There we go. Look at that. Living egg. Pass. I got an elder sign. Good. Right. Okay. So there, I know that's there. I know I can go there and I can fight a Mordorth there. That is useful information. Now I need to see, can I find that location where I can heal horror? Because that would be great. Upkeep. Ventura. Wonderful. Resource. Okay. 3rd Doom going on. It's... Ooh, blimey, it's Rotten Remains. And I've got no cover for this whatsoever. I'm just taking this 3 on 3. If this goes wrong, I have to find that location. That is a +1. I've passed. Unbelievable. Right, now do I gain a resource to get Ventura in, or do I save my actions and get him in with the extra resource I'll get in a second? Feels like I should just get these locations open. So, second location. It is the one that requires Fist to investigate. That is no good. That's my first action. Second action. So an enemy is going to pop up here. Third action. That is not it either. I've got a horrible feeling that it's not going to turn up, in which case I've got a slight problem. Upkeep, card, teamwork. I've got resource, and the 4th Doom comes into play, and I have to shuffle. And is it a monster? It is a monster. Now, there are worse monsters in this deck than a Ghoul Minion. If we're really unlucky, we'd get a Hunter like that young deep one we had a minute ago. In which case, we're getting into a fight. I guess I could play my Beat Cop now. I'll still have enough time to get the Ventura into play. Or I get the Ventura into play and get all those bullets immediately, then get rid of it. Right, here we go. What do we got? He's not a monster. He's not a monster. He's still not a monster. Oh my goodness. Well, he is a monster. And he's quite a big one. And he's a hunter. And he does horror. So that really, really sucks. I wonder about letting him come to me. If I put down my Beat Cop, he comes to me. It will involve me taking another horror, otherwise my Beat Cop's dead. He comes into me. He does a horror. Oh, hang on, there's some text on him as well. When he's engaged with an investigator with 4 or fewer remaining sanity, which is me every single blooming day of the week, he gets +1 fight and +1 evade. I can't see a way around this guy at all. He needs to come to a location where I've got a clue. I'm going to have to take a whack from this guy. I could put the V-Cop in and just let the V-Cop take him. I think that's what I'm doing. What I mustn't forget is that I've also got a Mythos card and it's Grasping Hands. That's fine. I will take that as it is. And I have gained, oh my god, the tablet, what does that do? -3 if there's a monster enemy at your location. There isn't. So -3, I've just taken 3 damage. Well, that's the least of my problems. Okay, here we go. My turn. I'm going to play the Ventura for the Beat Cop for 4. He is going to take the hit from the Screeching Bucky. This is going to take me 2 billets, zing zangs billet, 2 bullets to kill the Screeching Bucky, which I can scarcely afford. But anyway, I've got no choice. Second action, take a card. Alice Luxley. Not really. Third action, I'm taking a card. Surprising find. Okay. So, Screeching Bucky comes in. 2 horror on the Beat Cop and 1 damage on the Beat Cop. Upkeep. Guard Dog, that's not bad. Resource. And Doom. I'm now a little way off being able to afford my Ventura. But it's okay. We can get there. Right. What do we get as a Mythos card? Oh, come on. No, come on. That's ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay. That's kind of that, isn't it? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Head up. We'll just laugh and move on. Oh my god. Right, okay, fine. So I'm shooting and I'm committing surprising find. So I'm trying to shoot this first one. I can't believe that. That's so funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 5. Wow. Oh, by the way, we've got the Hasta encounter deck. And no, I'm not taking a horror. 0, that's 2 damage. Okay. I think just killing these guys will be a bit of an achievement. Second action, I'll commit good old teamwork. Teamwork, just like the unstoppable team of Roland Banks and William T. Madison. The T was for teamwork. Okay, that's one of them dead. Should I get the clue? No, obviously not. And then for my third action, I just have to keep going, aren't I? I mean, this is a total disaster. I don't want to commit the guard dog, but I have very little choice. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 against 5. Third action. I've taken oh my god, I've taken 2 tokens out. One of them is the auto fail. One of them is the -3. What do I do about that? Okay, what I do is I take a Doom and I'm going to flip it. And if it's heads, it's a -3. And if it's tails, it's an auto fail. So clue is -3. Doom is auto fail. And it's a clue, thank God for that. Now I'm only nearly dead as opposed to actually dead. Blimey. Breaking the boundaries here. So that's 1 damage and 2 horror. Okay, upkeep. Okay, hang on a minute. As if by magic it's all now suddenly back on. Gain a resource. What is this card? I tell you what, if it could not be a Screeching Bucky, that would be amazing. It's an Acolyte, costs me a turn. I'm going to pop him there. I'm going to hope this is the location that heals horror. I might be able to get around. Time is ticking. Actually, time's not ticking too badly, is it? Right, here we go. Action, spend my last bullet. This has to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against 5. +1. Yes, he's dead. Why am I putting those guys back in the discard pile? There we go. That's my first action. Right. Do I want to get here now and see what there is? I'm unarmed. Well, I won't be able to get the Ventura into play, will I? Yeah, well, I will. Oh, I don't know. Resource, Ventura. Get a bullet on the Roland's special. Yeah, that seems good. Resource. Play the Ventura. And then trigger the Ventura to get a bullet back on Roland's special. And I'll move here next turn. Okay. Right, upkeep. Wow, Inquiring Minds. That might help. 1 resource. The 4th Doom goes on. Please don't be an enemy. Oh my goodness. This could kill the Ventura and my game. Okay, willpower. So, sorry, I've drawn the yellow sign. Test willpower 4. If you fail, take 2 horror and search your deck for madness weakness. I've got chronophobia. And draw that card and shuffle your deck. Okay, looks like Inquiring Mind is going to be played. I am 6 on 4. Here we go. I will trigger Ventura. And I've got a skull, which is 0. That's a pass. Lovely. Okay, so here we go. The plan is move, move. And let's see what we get. Will we get the location that heals the horror? 1, 2. We have not got the location that heals the horror. We are probably in an impossible situation now. But we'll play on anyway. I'll play emergency cash level 4 to get some more bullets on. And there we go. Upkeep, card, death. Seems appropriate. Resource. The 5th doom goes on. And now, as if we haven't got enough to contend with, we have to test willpower 6, which we will obviously fail. But we get it anyway. Let's trigger the Ventura. -3, and then we get an extra madness, because, you know, things aren't difficult enough. Right, we might as well stay where we are now. What are we looking for? We're looking for Guard Dog. Could do extra damage. I've got 2 good Guard Dogs in my deck. I guess I could. Well, no, that's not going to work. Okay, what have we got? Okay, so this is one of the one. We've already discussed this, haven't we? This is exactly the same card I got last time. There we go. Properly shuffled deck. Look, just to convince you. Right. And we now take a Mythos card, and it's Grasping Hands, which is getting slightly more concerning. So I am Agility 2 on 3. I wish I could remember the cards in my deck. Oh, that's not good. That's -5. Right, okay, well, I'll put 1 on the Ventura and 1 on my 2 on my good self. I'm now struggling massively, and here we go. It's over to me. So I'm going to what am I going to do? I'm going to draw a card. Have I got any items? No. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to draw a card. Son of Val. And I'm going to draw a card. I'm taking a massive risk here because favour is in the deck. I thought I'd seen him. Oh, that was the last game. I'm such an idiot. That was the last game. Okay, cool. Right, upkeep. The Armour of Ardennes. Gain a resource. 1st doom goes on. What do we get? It's a ghoul minion. Okay, I don't need to use a bullet on him, do I? I can probably kill him without resorting to using a bullet. So here we go. 1st action. Get a bullet on my gun. 2nd action, I am hitting 5 on 2. Enemies are now back to normal. That is 1 damage. That's a -1. Second attack. I'm not going to commit the armor. I'm going to save that for a willpower test. Whoa! Okay, that's a -5. That is a fail. Here we go. I'm now attacking. I really don't want to be hit by this horror. But here it comes. This is 4 on 2. Need to hit this. -2. Just made it. Lovely. Another dead ghoul. No, I will not take that clue. And it is the upkeep phase. Emergency aid. If that could heal some horror, I'd like it. But it can't. Gain a resource. 2nd doom coming on. Uh-oh, it's Rotten Remains. Armour. Come on, Armour. Make this work. Solemn Vow as well. Let's go for it. And I'll put a resource on. I'll put a bullet on my gun for Roland. Here we go. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on 3. -1. Pass. Excellent. Okay. What do I do? I've got to hunt for something, haven't I? I don't quite know what I'm hunting for. I think I'm hunting for something to evade. I think if I can evade, it might be mathematically possible. I'm not convinced. 1st action, Mr. Rook. 2nd action, cover up. That's fine. And then 3rd action, could be favour. I could live with it because I could put the horror on Ventura. Guard Dog. Guard Dog, Guard Dog, Guard Dog, Guard Dog. Don't know. Right, okay, upkeep. What do I get? Inspiring Presence. Okay, right. Gain a resource. Put a 3rd doom, and it's a big one. It's a big dude. All right, okay. So let's trigger the Ventura. Maybe I use 1 bullet here, and do 1 action. Oh, here we go. Look, this is a play. I will attack barehanded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I do want this to hit, so I will use a bullet. Oh no, can I think about it? Slow down a minute, Brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on 3. This is unarmed. Yes, that's hit. And then Inspiring Presence readies Ventura. I can heal 1 damage off Ventura, and I can use Ventura again, and I've got the bullets. Excellent. Right, Ventura can now go. That's wonderful. So attacking again. Here we go. This time we are 7 on 3. This time the Joker's on you. 3. He's dead. Excellent. I've got an action left. It's still mathematically not great, is it? Have I got anything in my deck that can help me with my horror? Do we go for Rook now? I don't know. No, I think we go for Brother X because we can afford him. And I want to get him in play before I can't afford him anymore. Okay, end of my turn. Upkeep. Card. Surprising find. Resource. And Mordorth is about to make an appearance. Who have we got? Oh, it's a blooming ghoul minion. This is just... Oh, they love it, don't they? Right, okay. Do I use a bullet? Well, I've got 12 bullets. I don't need 12 to kill a Mordorth. But if I only have 5, then all of them have to hit. Okay, I'm doing this unarmed. 4 on 2. First action, 4 on 2. That is awful news. That is... Oh, that's terrible. That's -3, and I take a damage. Okay. Second action, I will fight barehanded. Here we go. This time I'm 5 on 2. I'm committing surprising find. Plus -1. That is a hit. And then third action is has to hit. I don't want to use the guard dog. I'm not using the guard dog. I refuse. Is that silly? No, it's not. Here we go. I'm 4 on 2. Please. Yes, he's dead. Okay. Upkeep. Chronophobia. Resource, and the 5th doom gets put into play. Okay, so what happens here, Mordorth comes into play at the ritual site. I don't have the soak to survive this as it stands unless something dramatically changes. This is how the game ends for Roland Banks. Rotting Remains. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm 4. I'm going to commit Rook to go 5. 5 on 3. 0. I've passed it. Okay. 1-2 to get rid of Chronophobia. Take a card. Desperately looking for something that can help me out here. That might be it. That might be it. He's got such a high evade. It's nowhere near it. Right. Upkeep. Blackjack. Resource. No doom. there's a bit of good news. Frozen Fear. Oh no, that's terrible. What do I do? What do I play? What do I do here? I've got nothing, have I? I've got no, unless I'm missing something. Is the guard dog better than... No, of course the guard dog's better than Brother Xavier. He's going to come in, he's going to attack me. I'm going to hit him, and all I will do is 6 damage. And then he hits me and then he kills me. I've got no cancellation in my deck whatsoever. The best I can do is evade him, hit him, and then move, but he's still coming to get me. I don't think this is doable. I've got the Esoteric Atlas, but I mean that's such a long shot. I'm just going to play and see how it goes. So what am I doing? First action, I'll play the Blackjack. Second action, I'll draw a card. No, nothing there. Third action, I'll draw a card. And there is the Esoteric Atlas. Right, enemy. Test my willpower. I have 4 on 3. That's a fail. All right, so enemy moves there. Upkeep, card. Ooh. Hang on a second. That won't trigger an attack of opportunity, will it? Resource. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh my god, that Frozen Fear has to go. Ancient Evils doesn't do anything. Right. Just think very carefully here. I've got too many cards in my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I am not playing the laboratory system. Right. He's going to come in. He's going to hit me. He's going to kill Brother Xavier. I will shoot. Can I make this work? Are there any nice connections here? I'm going to take an unusually long pause here to work out if I can make him chase me far enough around. That is connected to that. and that is connected to nothing, so that doesn't work. Okay, I am really going to take a long pause here. I hope that is okay. I promise I can't get him into a location where there's a clue. So half of this is going to be done with a bonus, half of it is going to be done without the bonus, and that's going to be 5 on 5. Wow. Okay. All right. My turn. What am I doing? I want to get something that will get rid of the Frozen Fear, but I cannot afford to let my deck run out. So I don't know if I'm doing anything really, am I? I can't see anything that's going to help me here very much that I can put into play. I guess I could heal 2 horror. Yep, I could heal the damage. 1 off. Choose an investigator at your location, heal 2 damage from that investigator or from an asset he or she controls. Well, I'm going to heal 2 off myself. That's my first action. Second action, I am going to... I think I'm just going to take resources, and no, I'm going to take 1 card. True Understanding, that will help. Third action, I'm going to take a resource. Right. First time, okay, at the end of your turn, my turn has ended. I'm going to commit this to Frozen in Fear, and 5 on 3. I have to hit this. Tablet, that's wrong, isn't it? That's -3. That was it. That was the one. No. He moves in. He attacks. Goodbye, brother. Z. 1 damage goes on me. All right. Oh, no. Upkeep. Fingerprint kit. No good. 3 resources. Don't worry about Doom. Let's see what card we get. And it's Frozen. It's well, it remains. This could be it anyway. I can't commit the shortcut. Without the shortcut, it's game over. 3 on 3. Frozen in Fear. How dare you? -2. That's it. That's game. Was it possible at the end there? What I was thinking was, let's assume that card and that card weren't there. He attacks me. I shoot him twice. I move using shortcut and then move to an extra location. He moves there. No, it wouldn't have worked, would it? Because I'd have had to hit him 3 times and I couldn't do that. I don't think it was doable. I mean, I think it was doable if everything had gone right, but I can't complain. I really, really enjoyed that. That was so tense. I think for a little while I forgot I was recording, so I might have just drifted off at some point. But yeah, okay, what a deck. What a great experience that was with Roland. I think he's probably one of the strongest people to do this with, simply because of his ability. My goodness, Milan. Because I could have got a clue down there, and that could have saved me a bit of time. Yeah, all right, well, there we go. I will take a slight pause and I'll get back to you on the debrief. But yeah, there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Catch you in a minute. Okay, there we go. That's it for Roland Banks. Game over. 2 capital L's, like the start of a Welsh train station. Yeah, I forgot to move Mordorf towards the end there. It wouldn't have made a jot of difference at all. Well, I've had a blast, total blast. You know, it's not about the victory, it's about the amount of laughter. And there's a couple of moments I lost control with laughter in that last game. So yeah, that's really important. Okay, the Armour of Ardennes. So first thing is I've had it pretty much confirmed now that this interaction with Solemn Vow doesn't work. Which is a shame. So what is up with this card? I mean, I think the problem with this card is when you compare it to sort of similar cards, it really exposes itself as overpriced. Now, admittedly, I do have a slight issue with comparing Survivor cards with Guardian cards, because a card's class, as I've said before, is one of its features, and you can't compare a Survivor card with a Guardian card, in my opinion. However, you can compare it with a neutral card. And yes, true, the Armour of Ardennes does have this essentially infinite soak if you're timing it absolutely perfectly. I just don't think that's enough. The issue with this card has to be it's class. It's Guardian. I think the fact is, Armour of Ardennes. If there was if there's a teddy bear of Ardennes, which is essentially the same thing, but with horror, every Guardian would take it. That would be a really, really good value. Which kind of makes me think that if this was like a Mystic card, it would be absolutely huge. However, let's have a look at a couple of the other Guardian. I almost said heroes there, investigators. Mark Harrigan, I guess. The thing is, I mean, it turns Mark off if you cancel it. It's just extra soak, but why wouldn't he just take this? I guess if he's pushed himself to the absolute limit and he doesn't want Sophie to flip, he's got an infinite soak. I'm not convinced. Tommy Muldoon, I don't really think so. I think this kind of goes against what Tommy Muldoon does, doesn't he? I mean, goodness me, you don't want Rookie Mistake hitting that when it's got 1 damage on it. That would just be a horrible waste of 4 resources and 5 experience. So I think the only person it's really going to be good for is this investigator, which is Sister Mary. Who I haven't got yet because she's not out. Maybe it works for Sister Mary. She is the inverse of Roland. She has got 5 health and 9 sanity, so maybe it works for her. And it's a bit of a theme win. I guess the only other thing that I will mention about this card is it does work nicely with Well Prepared. It's got great icons, but then again, you compare it to the icons of Bulletproof Vest. That's not much worse, is it? So there. Okay, no, Armour of Ardennes. This is part of the reason I did this, because I'd have never have played that card if I wasn't doing random upgrades, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I got to use it, but I will not be playing it again. There we go. One thing is, I'm just wondering going forward whether, when I do my random upgrades, whether I might choose which cards to take out, because that's really unfair losing Madison. But there we go. That's it for Roland. So okay, 1 to go. She stands a tiny chance. Somehow she's got to get past the 3 cultists she's left, and she's left the big ones there as well. Roland took care of the tough nuts. She has left the tough nuts ready to face her at the main path. She's got Lita, so there's an option there. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, take care, guys. Have a lovely week. Stay safe, and thank you very much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.